we have a very popular, infamous figure now. Firdaus Wong is one of them, who recently gave out statements regarding converting people in silence and in hiding from parents, right, without parents' knowledge, which is a federal crime. It's against our law, right? It's against our law. Of course, NGOs recently have gone out, they have press con and all that, and denouncing this and asking the government to also criticize him and all that. You as a convert, what is your opinion on this, on his statements?
You really try to squish me for controversial answers. Okay, let me give you my opinion, right? See, if somebody can give better answer for these questions, it would be none other than me.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. I born from a Hindu Indian family. I converted without the objection of my parents and my siblings. During all my struggle times, my family was there, stood for me. Then I married to a Malay family, right? And I converted. I converted, in fact, way before marriage, right? I converted due to some health issues, right? Okay. So I converted. Then I met my wife eventually. Then I got married. And right now I have one side is entire Malay family. And then I grew up with Chinese and I speak very good Mandarin.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I understand the culture of Chinese, Indians and Malays.
Okay.
And I have a very good business relationship with Westerns.
Okay.
Right? I have certain business across in United States and Germany. So I'm quite good with their culture.
Okay.
Now, what you're asking is particularly about religious belief laws. It's involving the laws, right? Now, why the NGOs can't do anything when this Firdaus hurt their feelings or anything? Now, it backs to your community's set of rules and regulations. Number one, Malaysia doesn't have an anti-discrimination laws.
Of course, we don't.
Right? That's the most significant thing you should have in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious country. Now, I can give you an example so I can draw your attention to better understand the scenario. Let's take perhaps Australia. Australia is well known for Muslim minority. You know, right?
Yeah,
Muslim minority.
Yeah.
So let's compare with Australia's Muslim minority with Malaysia's Hindu minority. I give you the differences and I let you to judge. Okay. Now, the Australian government depends on anti-discrimination law to protect the Muslim minority to ensure they are not felt threatened by the majority of religions, right? They have the laws in place to protect them. Okay? They have awareness campaigns run freely by the government itself about protecting the rights and the feelings, emotions of the minorities. Okay? These two things. You can just cross-check in Google.
Course,
you just Google it around, you will get these answers, right? I'm not just giving you pop.
I understand. Yeah.
So I'm not that type of guy.
I understand,
right?
of course.
Look at Malaysia. One, you don't have anti-discrimination law. That itself weakening our democracy there. Okay? Secondly, we don't have any active campaign. Right? Number two, the worst part is that you don't have a proper, strong bodies to govern your own religions.
Okay.
Right? Now look at why, okay, now there were some issues when you go to the court, you will lose definitely because the court doesn't have a law to refer to. You understand? The law cannot refer to emotions. They need to refer to the law. So when the law says freedom of speech is guaranteed, how to punish somebody in the context of hurting your religion's feeling? So it backs to the government's responsibility to protect the minority in Malaysia or the minority religions in Malaysia.
Okay.
Right? Why? Number one, I as a Muslim, how do I see it? What I was taught in my religion is that I supposedly protect the non-Muslim. I am entrusted to protect the non-Muslim. I'm a big brother of you. Because I'm the majority, right? I'm the majority. So you are the minority. So what is my responsibility?
Take care of everyone.
My responsibility is to protect you. So my voice should be above any other voice to protect you. We are talking in the context of Hindu, right? So if a Hindu's emotion is disturbed, or if a Hindu is felt threatened or discriminated, insulted, whose voice should be the first?
It should be the people entrusted to protect.
It should be the Malay friends' voice should be the first, because the Islam is the religion of the country, the major religion of the country. So big brother supposedly protect the younger brother, right? But they are not doing that. Why? Because they are afraid of losing the votes. They're afraid of losing 1/4 vote. That's the reason. So my opinion about Firdaus Wong or any other converted people's
No, I just want to highlight. I mean, this question has nothing to do with conversion, because I believe it's anybody's freedom of choice to convert. It's up to you. No, it does not define you as a person. We can have a conversation regardless of anything, right? But I just think that my thing is that what should be the response to people like this, who willingly, who basically who are sort of saying a very insensitive to a very, I would say, ignorant statement. If somebody wanted to convert willingly, go ahead. That's your right.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So what should be a response to that?
The response for them should be, they should be more careful, show some empathy toward the other non-Muslim brothers. Because I will say it this way: I show empathy. I won't touch your belief system, right? But if my duty's responsibility in religiously is to spreading the teaching of Islam, I will do it without hurting the sensitivity of other people.
Of course, yeah.
So sensitivity is very important to take care, because you are here together. You cannot simply ignore their sensitivity and you throw comments that could hurt other religions,
definitely.
and you can't say that this is what being taught to us, because basically what you are doing here is you let the non-Muslims to evaluate or to judge wrongly on the Muslim entirely.
Exactly.
So that should be taken care, and the responsible body should advise these people to be more careful and more sensitive toward their statements.
So is it fair to assume then the disproportionate responses to, say, if it were, say for example, if it was a non-Muslim who said this, the response would have been severe, right? It all boils down to what you are saying, which is it's because we don't have policies, we don't have anti-discriminatory law in place. That is why this is happening, and with that law, all this will be solved.
Exactly. You don't have a law in place for the judicial to refer to, right? Well, in Muslim, right, the Muslim is driven by law. It is not a religion that you can do anything or everything freely. It is disciplined by law. Well, you don't have that set of law in other religions, because there's more toward freedoms, right? It's way of life, right? So you need to have civil laws to guide the interest of other religions.
Well
so
said.
first of all, you need to work on laws and especially anti-discrimination law and the policies to ensure that the peace is maintained in order, right? You can't stop a Muslim brothers spread the Muslim teachings, Islamic teachings, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you need to ensure that these Islamic brothers doesn't hurt the feelings of other religions. We can't beyond the boundaries. So what is the boundaries here? The law.
Exactly. Well put, man. Well put.